Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 1 of the Eliminator. You are live with me, your host, BVA, Bullet Von Awesome, live on pay-per-view. This is the Eliminator pay-per-view, and the first matchup we have is the number 1 contenders for the CWS Women's World Championship at Eliminator match. Introducing first, the non-binary nightmare, Fire Person Sam. And it is not lost on me that Fire Person Sam would be the first entrant in the Women's World Championship number 1 contenders match, but they have assured me that if they win the opportunity and then go on to beat the champion and they become the champion, they will start to refer to this championship as the CWS Women's and Other Championship, the Gender Neutral Championship. It's a bit of a mouthful, but Fire Person Sam, your first entrant. Secretly, I kind of hope she doesn't win, because then I won't have to refer to that mouthful. The second entrant in this matchup. Who's this gonna be? Ladies and gentlemen, you'll know her from last week. This is Gale Force. We saw Gale Force a week or two ago in a Battle Royal, Women's Battle Royal number 1 contendership match. She lost out on that occasion. If she can win this, she'll go to next month's pay-per-view as the number 1 contender, and we're going to face whoever the champion is at that show, be that our current reigning defending championship Lady Starshine or her opponent later this evening, Big Time Aerial Wrestler. The third entrant in this match. The third of 8 entrants. Who is it going to be? The suspense is building, and ladies and gentlemen, it's Ren making her debut here at CWS on pay-per-view. This is Ren, this absolute hoss, is well able to take down the competition. We saw that in her independent career. Now she's made it to CWS on the big time. How will Ren fare? Look at the athleticism. Deceptive athleticism. Ren is ready for gold. Got quite a clash of styles here. Championship Wrestling Series. This Eliminator match will be chaotic, but it will be good fun. The winner becomes your number 1 contender. And this is Wildcat Kitty Richards. We saw her in the corner of her teammate a few weeks ago. She plays lead guitar in the band Wild Tiger, and she also kicks ass here at CWS. The Wildcat, Kitty Richards, making her way to the ring. What does she have in store? We've seen Kitty, like Gale Force previously, in that women's number 1 contender match on Tombstone TV, episode 11. We have seen her before. We have a little taste of what she has to offer and bring to the table. And she shone brightly in that match. We'll see how she fares again here tonight. Fire Person Sam, Gale Force, Ren, and the Wildcat Kitty Richards. The first 4 entrants. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the tag team partner of Big Time Aerial Wrestler. This is Sue Plex. Sue, a collegiate wrestler, and has an amazing amateur wrestling career. Took that with her to the independent scene where she ripped fools' heads off and dropped them on their necks. Suplex will be a game changer here in CWS, making her debut. Absolutely ripped and ready for action here. The crowd seem to love that Suplex has signed on for CWS. Our next entrant in this Eliminator matchup, ladies and gentlemen, you already know her from episode 11. She was also in that Battle Royal. This is Fun-Lovin' Sandy Beach. Fun-Lovin' Sandy Beach making her way to the ring. I'm not sure why she carries a skateboard if she's not just gonna ride to the ring, but okay. Look at this absolute free spirit, Sandy Beach. Look at this, full of energy, high spirits, brings something totally different to this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, Sandy Beach has entered the Eliminator. Who else is in this matchup? As the ring starts to fill up with entrants, you can see the chaos that this is going to pose. The poor referee has got to have eyes in the back of his head. 8 combatants will enter and only one will survive, and they will be the #1 contender for the CWS Women's World Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, this lady brings me absolute excitement to be here. Lindsay Dorado. And El Dorado is chasing gold at the CWS. She won championship gold everywhere she went on the independents. This is another big star here. And a great catch for CWS. Lindsay El Dorado. Won't gold look good around her waist? Can she be the #1 contender? Will Lindsay Dorado go on to face the champion at next month's pay-per-view? Will Lindsay Dorado win the Eliminator? Ladies and gentlemen, look at those immediate boos. You know who this is. The only woman to be patched into the Grim Reapers. We saw her in the corner of Torque a few weeks ago. This is Ratchet Riley Rose. And the fans are up on their feet. They hate this woman. The Reapers have got away with running roughshod for too long. She has all the muscle in the world behind that curtain. If she was to become the champion, who could take that off of her? This is an interesting dynamic here. Ratchet Riley Rose, the Reaper herself, entering into this Eliminator matchup. The competitors running scared. And the crowd can't help but admit there's something to the presence here of Ratchet Riley Rose. There is a smattering of applause there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Eliminator. The bell has rung. This is part 1, match 1. And immediately everyone's broken off. Ratchet Riley Rose thrown out of the ring. Kitty going for the cover, and El Dorado already. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, El Dorado has been eliminated. I am absolutely shocked and appalled. I'm so impressed. Do not count out Wildcat Kitty Richards. Ratchet Riley Rose taken down by Gail Force with a DDT. Sandy Beach taking down Fireperson Sam. Ratchet Riley Rose getting the neckbreaker right there. A 2 count. Headbutt Ratchet to Sandy. Gail Force whipping Sandy. Look at this. Zagtastic. Suplex 1, 2, and a kick out by Ren. We've got Gail Force for the crucifix pin, taking down Fireperson Sam, who rolls to the outside. We've got Kitty whipping Gail out of the ring and goes out herself. We've got a pinfall, suplex, and Ratchet Riley Rose. Big time crossbody there from Ren to Sandy Beach. And it all breaks down on the outside. Ratchet Riley Rose rolling out there playing possum. Kick out at 1. Wrench to suplex, and Wrench just throws caution to the wind with this diving crossbody through the second and third ropes, taking Sue down. But Sue's right back up. Big right hand to Ren. And off to the corner here, we've got Ratchet Riley Rose taking a ladder out of the ring. She's got a ladder here. This thing's all broke down to carnage. We've got 1, 2, and a kick out. Fireperson Sam kicks out of Gale Force's German suplex. This Falls Count Anywhere matchup is going to keep the referee on their toes. Sue now driving her knee into the back of Ratchet Riley Rose. Gale Force with a Hurricane Rana. And Sue with a dive to the outside. Not sure she got all of that one, connecting with the back of Ratchet Riley Rose. We've got 7 women left here. 7 women left in this Eliminator matchup. And nobody in the ring because Falls Count Anywhere and chaos will ensue. Look at this giant DDT by Suplex and Wildcat Kitty Richards in the bottom left of your screen. Gale Force dropped on her back, and look at this. We've got a crossface on Ren by Sandy Beach here on the outside. Doesn't behoove anyone to break it up because it's better that all the other competitors get eliminated. The less fighting there'll be for you to do. In the ring now, Fireperson Sam has Ratchet Riley Rose and these clubbing blows to the face on top of that ladder. Gale Force now. Not sure if she's trying to run up that ramp or if she was thrown. Fireperson Sam center of the ring with a giant suplex to Ratchet Riley Rose and a cover here. But the referee's on the outside. Referee's counting at 1 and a kick out at 1. Not sure how the ref intended on seeing the shoulders down there, but this is a brand new concept here at CWS. And look at the athleticism. Look at Ren taking Sandy Beach down. And we've got a 1, 2, 3 Falls Count Anywhere, but the center of the ring is good enough for Ren. Sandy Beach has been eliminated. Fireperson Sam taking Suplex down on the outside and a stomp to the leg. And Ratchet Riley Rose with a sledgehammer to the back of Fireperson Sam. She's seen enough. Fireperson Sam absolutely no-selling some sledgehammer shots. Belly-to-belly suplex, taking Suplex down, and she's jogging on the spot here. Suplex with this Zagtastic. And look at this. We've got a kick out from the Zagtastic by Fireperson Sam. And look at poor Sandy Beach is only leaving now. We've got a clothesline takedown here by Ren to Kitty in the middle of the ring. DDT here on the outside from Suplex to Fireperson Sam. And a Zagtastic to Riley Rose. The referee slides out of here. Canadian Destroyer in the ring by Ren. 1, 2, 3. The Zagtastic gets the elimination. Sue's turned her back. Ratchet Riley Rose makes her way out of this thing. We've got Gale Force with a Hurricane Rana to Suplex. In the ring then Ren with this sitting diving crossbody to Wildcat Kitty Richards. And Fireperson Sam with the pin on the outside. Suplex kicks out at 1. Gale Force jumps into the ring right now. And has her sights set on Ren. Ren saw her coming and Ren's got her up on her shoulders, carrying Gale Force around the ring. And look at this giant power bomb to the outside. Gale Force hit the ground with all the force. No world right there. And now Ren with the cover. Gale Force somehow kicks out at 2. Gale Force and Ren going at it here on the left of your screen. Wildcat Kitty Richards teaming up with Ren now to deliver a double suplex to the Force herself. Gale Force And Fireperson Sam's still taking the fight to suplex, just tossing Sue around the floor here. Wildcat Kitty Richards has now turned her back on Ren. Hits her with that leg sweep. The crowd are really getting into this one. And look at this, the Wildcat 2, 3, and Ren, the much larger woman, has been eliminated by the Wildcat Kitty Richards. We're down to 4. Half the competitors are gone. And look at Kitty Richards taking Gale Force down with this punching combination. And that's enough. The power bomb took the wind out, but those punches to the face absolutely floored Gale Force. Fireperson Sam, suplex, and the Wildcat Kitty Richards takes Sue down with a kick to the face. We got 1, 2, 3. Fireperson Sam has been eliminated. It comes down to a suplex, and the Wildcat Kitty Richards. Big right to the back. Sue's up, and oh my god, look at the Wildcat Kitty Richards hitting that variant suplex of her own to suplex. His drives Kitty down with a DDT. Knee across the face. The Wildcat seeing stars here. Suplex now. Whips the Wildcat into the stairs. It's all legal here. We've got a pinfall attempt. We've got a 1. And a kick out at 1 by the Wildcat Kitty Richards. The poster for the Masquerade Brawl, the name of our next pay-per-view, might have been the inspiration there, reminding her what's at stake, the #1 contendership for that CWS Women's World Championship. Sue driving the knee into the Wildcat. But Kitty's back up and motivated. Sue looking under that ring. Turned her back on Kitty. Met with that right hand. We've seen the effectiveness of those right hands. Eliminating Gale Force a while ago. On these rights and lefts, these jabs and a clothesline, Kitty Richards taking suplex down. And a stomp across the face to suplex. The Wildcat Kitty Richards jumps up, driving her foot into that elbow. And now the elbow herself driving into the sternum of suplex. Momentum seems to be with Kitty right now. Whipping Sue back into the ring. The referee follows, and the Wildcat comes in after her. Wildcat Kitty Richards now throws Sue over the ropes and back out, and Sue clips her head on the ladder on the way out. Not sure is that what Kitty had intended, but she'll take it. Another stomp to the sternum. Little Wildcat Kitty Richards has a heck of a fight to her. The much larger woman now suplex with a kick and an elbow to the gut. She says that's it. Suplex. Eyeing Kitty up, and another kick taking Kitty down. Suplex whipping Wildcat Kitty Richards into the ring off that ladder. Balanced precariously under that rope. Suplex now, stalking, and there we go. Sagtastic, center of the ring. The Wildcat's down. Referee 1, 2, and a kick out by 2. Wildcat Kitty Richards must have 9 lives to kick out at 2. Sue is obviously annoyed at this. Referee gets in the way. Kitty Richards kicks to Sue's gut. We've got this grapple lockup, Irish whip, and an arm drag takedown. Kitty Richards taking suplex down. Kitty now climbing up to the top rope. The Wildcat Kitty Richards leaping from the top rope with an axe handle right across the face of suplex. Kitty now senses blood in the water, whipping Sue to the outside. What does Kitty have in mind here? She's got her up, and look at this. 1, 2, 3. The Wildcat Kitty Richards is your #1 contender for the CWS Women's World Championship, and she will go on to face the champion at our next month's pay-per-view, the Masquerade Brawl. But who will the Wildcat be facing? Find out later tonight. Will it be Lady Starshine, the current reigning defending CWS Women's Champion, or will big-time aerial wrestler take the gold? That's the end of part 1 of the Eliminator. This is part 2 of the Eliminator 2023. This next matchup is tag team action, and it is to settle a score. There is some bad blood between these two teams. You know them very well. They've been competing against each other recently, both in singles and tag action. Neither team can truly get the upper hand. Ladies and gentlemen, your first team, this is the Purebloods. On your right, Royal Albert Tall, and on your left, Big Ben, the Tower of London. These Goliaths, these British wrestlers, this union of the Empire, are making their way to the ring. Still happy, still chipper, still ready for battle, ready to conquer. These two veterans at CWS and veterans of the independent scene are here to entertain you tonight, but that does not stop them from feeling very angry at their opponents, Dos Bestias Locas. These two teams have been going at it for weeks, both in singles and tag team action. Loco Lobo Azul and Big Ben have been at each other's throats for weeks now, and Royal Albert Tall and Pantera Roja Dos have been roped into this thing. These two teams showing each other no favor. The Tower of London, Big Ben, is already stripped down and ready for battle here. Ladies and gentlemen, on his way to the ring first, representing Dos Bestias Locas, Pantera Roja Dos. Interesting, these two still aren't coming to the ring together the way most teams would. Still making independent entrances, yet they have a united front in the ring. I wonder how Pantera Roja Dos is feeling after the matchup on Tombstone TV the other week where these two teams met. And as normal here at CWS, partners often run into breakup counts, breakup falls. And when Pantera was taken down for the count, Loco Lobo Azul had the opportunity to break up the pinfall and save his partner, but seemingly chose not to. I wonder, was that part of a grander plan? Or is Loco Lobo Azul changing his mind about this union? We'll see what the development is like here on the show. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Loco Lobo Azul, this crazy blue wolf making his way to the ring. The tag team partner of Pantera Roja Dos, Dos Bestias Locas. This guy eyeing up the kids in the crowd here, sizing them up. Not many fans of Loco Lobo Azul here at CWS. All the way from Mexico. One of the international stars we've got here, Loco Lobo Azul. Showing his speed, choosing not to entertain these fans. He's not going to give them what they want. This is part 2 of the Eliminator pay-per-view, presented by Championship Wrestling Series. Follow us on TikTok, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Straight away, Pantera says no and takes Royal Albert Tall down with a clothesline. Big Ben says nope to that. Punch to Pantera with the distraction and a discus punch. Royal Albert Tall takes Pantera down and tags in Big Ben, who Pantera kicks to the gut immediately. Pantera with an open-handed slap to Big Ben, and he's talking a lot of trash right there. Pantera is huge, but in the face of Big Ben, he's looking dwarfed. Pantera now over to Loco Lobo Azul. This is what the fans want to see. Loco Lobo Azul and Big Ben going at it again, and Big Ben gut wrench suplex to Loco Lobo Azul. And a belly-to-belly overhead suplex taking Loco Lobo down. Big Ben talking some smack to Pantera. Over in his corner, and he charges, and look at this spear to the outside. Loco Lobo Azul goes down, and a tag. Big Ben tags out Royal Albertall in the ring, whipping Loco Lobo Azul off that rope, and look at the athleticism, this technical style. Royal Albertall takes Loco down, one, kick out at one from the Mexican sensation. Royal Albertall looks like he was taking Loco Lobo Azul a bit too lightly there. Loco's got him up and drops him throat first across the top rope. Away from his corner. Lobo neck breaker taking Royal Albertall down. And wrenching at the head of Royal Albertall. Loco Lobo Azul only a few feet from his partner. Great ring awareness here. Keeping his opponent in his corner. And look, a tag to Pantera now, the legal man. Pantera Roja Dos picks up and sidewalk slam, taking Royal Albertall down to the mat. And look at this abdominal stretch, absolutely torquing at the body here, stretching the legs and the arms back, wrenching on the midsection. Everyone's in, the referees broke down. Pantera drives Big Ben to the sides. He's got him over at the ropes, and look at this salt in the arm here, and a big clothesline over the top, taking the big man down. Royal Albertall on the outside, referees count up to one. Pantera's gonna have to join him. Misses with that clothesline. Royal Albertall kicked it out foot. Look at this arm wrenching DDT-like maneuver, and again torquing at the arm. Royal Albertall taking Pantera down. Uppercut. Thought he had him rocked, but Pantera answers back with a diving clothesline of his own. Royal Albertall up. Whips Pantera into the ring. Referees count up to 7. Royal Albertall back into the ring. Pantera's time to catch him. Nope. Kick to the gut. Royal Albertall, look at this. British style wrestling, takes the man down and kicks him on the back of the head for good measure. Royal Albertall tags in Big Ben. Running Bulldog. Big Ben looked like he turned to say something to Royal Albertall, and Pantera caught him off guard. Defends that punch, and Big Ben picks Pantera up and carries him over to that turnbuckle, bounces his back, and throws him across the ring. Big Ben tags back to Royal Albertall, back in against Pantera, and look at these big rights. Left, a kick, and a DDT taking Pantera down. A pinfall in this corner. One. And a kick out at one. Pantera has to kick out early. He doesn't know if his partner's going to help him or not. And look at this. Shoulder tackle doesn't take Tall down. 2 X handles doesn't take Tall down. The running Bulldog does. Takes Tall down, and he's back up again. Pantera choking at the throat of Royal Albertall, and a big punch to the gut. Tall is down. Pantera's calling it. The Panthers bite. He's got him up. And look at this. The Panthers slam. Big Ben in. Didn't even get to one. Big Ben in to break up the count. Pantera is fuming. And he's got this eye rake now on Royal Albertall. Big Ben goes to shotgun dropkick Panther and misses. Loco Lobo Azul in to take care of Big Ben as Royal Albertall sneakily goes to the outside. Pantera's now taking the fight to Big Ben, who interfered. And again, an open hand slap. The disrespect from Pantera Roja Dos. Was the distraction enough? No, not quite. Pantera is all about it right now. There we go. Royal Albertall fights back. 2 feet up to the face of Pantera. Big Ben to the outside next to Lobo. Back up in the apron. Shoulder tackle from Royal Albertall. And a choke slam. Pantera with the choke slam of Royal Albertall in his own corner. The referee's down. It's 1, 2, and a break up of the count by Big Ben, falling onto Pantera to break up the count. The Tower of London came crashing down. And a tag now. Loco Lobo Azul is in. Taunting the crowd, taunting Royal Albert Hall, who gets a float over DDT, taking Loco Lobo Azul down. Where did that burst of energy come from? Royal Albert Hall, again, he's got this arm-based offense, taking Loco Lobo Azul down. We've yet to see. Oh, and apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Got distracted there. Loco Lobo Azul goes for the clothesline. He's met with a crossbody of Big Ben. The athletic crucifix takedown of Big Ben. Absolutely clubbing blow to the back of Loco Lobo Azul, who's after sliding out of the ring. And here we see Big Ben off the top rope. Look at this diving clothesline. Diving sit-out clothesline from Big Ben. Literally came crashing down that time. And he is clubbing at Loco Lobo Azul, taking all his frustrations out on the crazy blue wolf on the outside of the ring. The fans are loving this. Loco now whips Ben into the ring, turns his attention to Royal Albert Hall, so Big Ben starts his attention to Pantera. So both men on the outside are down. Loco Lobo Azul goes for that clothesline but misses. Big Ben picks Loco up over his shoulder and drops him throat first across the top rope. Big Ben feeling himself right now, but allows Loco to make the tag to Pantera, and a running, diving cross body takes Pantera down. Big Ben's got Pantera up with the choke slam, and look at that. We've got the 1, 2. The British chokehold was not enough. And a chin breaker. Pantera with that running bulldog is one of the few moves that can guarantee taking Big Ben down. And on the outside, Pantera's got Royal Albert Hall up and drops him back first in the apron. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but the apron is actually the hardest part of the ring. So, that's almost double damage right there. We've got Big Ben eyeing up Pantera, whips him off the ropes, knees him to the cut, taking the man down. Big Ben driving the face of Pantera into the mat. I think he may have bust him open with the force of that fall. Again, Big Ben to the top. Miscommunication. Royal Albert Hall seemed to be picking Pantera up as Ben leapt. Ben did not get all of that one, but he might have clipped his partner. Rolling leg. Big Ben now showing off, taunting, showing off that physique. Center of the ring. Big Ben dragging Pantera over to the corner of the Purebloods. But Pantera fighting his way out. Royal Albert Hall says nope and punches back. Belly to back. We've got Big Ben dominating. Look at the athleticism. Don't take too long, Ben. Pantera will get the tag. The athleticism again. Pantera doesn't seem to know where he is. He's crawling to the wrong corner. Clubbing blow to the back. The Tower of London takes Pantera down and tags in his partner Royal Albert Hall. Again, the arm-based offense. Stomp across the back of the arm. I don't understand this. Royal Albert Hall, all this arm-based offense, and then goes for a sharpshooter, and it's immediately broken up by Pantera. Gets out of it. I don't know. Now, everything is broken down here. The referee is in a state of chaos inside the ring. He's got it back to normal. Pantera kick to the gut. And he's got Royal Albert Hall up in that suplex. The best thing he could do now is tag out, which he does. Gets a breather on the outside. Loco Lobo Azul, the fresher man, in. But for how long? Royal Albert Hall with his capture suplex center of the ring. 1. Kick out at 1. Royal Albert Hall goes to his corner. Goes for the tag. Ducks the clothesline. And a big sidewalk slam backbreaker combination. Big Ben in now, an absolute massive right hand taking Loco Lobo Azul down. And Loco Lobo Azul meets back with a clothesline of his own. Big Ben's out on the apron, trying to pull himself up. That center of gravity is tough for the big man. Fights Pantera off. Drops to the outside. Big Ben gives chase. Only to met with a gut kick. Look at this gut kick again from Pantera, showing his acrobatic martial arts skills. Loco Lobo Azul strokes Big Ben. Big Ben is down. Loco Lobo Azul kicking the back of the much larger man, stomping on the inside of that folded up arm. And another kick to the face. Loco Lobo Azul taking the fight to Big Ben. Referee's count is up to 5. Neither men seem to be making an effort to get back in the ring. Loco Lobo Azul gut punches, trying to take the wind out of Big Ben. He's got him rocked. The referee's count up to 8. With Big Ben making it into the ring. And he does. He gets in before the count of 9. Royal Albertal distracts Loco Lobo Azul. Gives Ben enough time to get into the ring and launch an assault. Look at this monkey flip. 15 feet in the air. Big Ben goes for the cover off that massive impact. Loco Lobo Azul kicks out with a weight of Big Ben across his chest and still manages to get out of it. Pantera whipped to the outside. Loco Lobo Azul off the distraction. He's got Ben up for this suplex. We've seen this 100 times here. Look at that. Fall away suplex. Loco Lobo Azul gets... Big Ben somehow kicks out at 2. Big Ben bust open and somehow kicks out at 2. Loco Lobo Azul with that splash. That might be enough. And it is. Dos Bestias Locas pick up the win off of that suplex. Fall away suplex, and then the splash combination is enough to get Dos Bestias Locas the W in this occasion. Big Ben again falls victim to Loco Lobo Azul. This tag team showing that they absolutely can be unified. They're working very well together on this occasion. Great matchup. Great matchup. We hope you come back for more here at CWS and more here for the Eliminator. Welcome back to the Eliminator, presented by CWS. This is a grudge match. Part 3 is a grudge match, making its way to the ring first. This is the International Menace. We've got Yamamoto, former number 1 contender here, previous winner of a contenders match at CWS. Yamamoto's made his way to the ring. He is still livid, still raging at Wrench after what happened in the last contenders match, Contenders 3. Yamamoto thought that match was his to win until he met Wrench in the ring. Wrench picked Yamamoto up over his shoulder, carried him over to the ropes, and just tossed him over the top rope. Yamamoto seemingly couldn't do anything to prevent it happening. Wrench ended up getting eliminated by Prince Toro, making his debut, who's gone on to the number 1 contendership match later on tonight. Prince Toro will face major attraction for CWS World Heavyweight Championship. But in the ring, Yamamoto awaits Wrench, and it seems like Wrench is on his way down. He has left the Reapers behind. Wrench, who does have a platoon. He's got his own crew available to him. Tommy Torque Thompson, Jackson Gage Harris, and now Ratchet Riley Rose. And seems like Wrench has made his way to the ring on his own. This is a huge, big, meaty men slap and meat hoss fight we've got planned for you guys tonight. Yamamoto versus Wrench in a no disqualification matchup under Falls Count Anywhere rules. Who knows what's going to happen tonight? Yamamoto beat Torque to earn this opportunity to call his shot, and straight away, choke slam, Yamamoto with some right hands and a choke slam and a sit across the chest, taking Wrench down, driving the wind out of the much larger man. Yamamoto stomps the face of Wrench, and he's climbing to the second rope. He's egging Wrench on. Yamamoto trying to make light of this one, and he didn't make the offense. He dove straight down in front of Wrench and just laughed at him right there. Yamamoto picking Wrench up and driving Wrench over the top rope, showing the strength of the Oriental Menace. Wrench has had nothing in this one. Reverse suplex from Yamamoto. Wrench doesn't even have time to get himself up, and Yamamoto's driving him back down. Big clubbing blow across the throat, driving the wind out of Wrench. Yamamoto tossing Wrench around. I have never seen Wrench be manhandled like this. Seated senton splash across the chest. Yamamoto is on fire here. Look at it. Things are getting crazy early. Those stairs have been left loose there. Wrench says nope and drops Yamamoto onto the apron. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if anyone's ever told you this in a wrestling company, but the apron is actually the hardest part of the ring. So again, double damage right there. Yamamoto topping Wrench into the ring. Big collision right there. No one came off the better. Yamamoto kicks Wrench to the gut and a big boot across the face. Looks like Yamamoto's trying to end this thing early, but Wrench is up. He says nope. Big open hand slap. Yama's taking Wrench over to the ropes. Whipping blow across the chest. Bends the knee across that rope. Wrench never really got out of first gear on this one. Yamamoto's got him up. And look at him dropping him face first back into the ring. Stomp onto the back of the head. Yamamoto taunting the crowd. But Wrench is up now. Whips Yama off the ropes. Drives the knee to the face. Yamamoto taking Wrench taking Yamamoto down. I apologize. Look at this for a back suplex. Wrench now slides to the outside. He's going for those steps. The weight of those steps apparent when Wrench is struggling to lift him. Yama's got him up, and look at this. He just tosses Wrench back first onto the steps. This is it. One. And a kick out of one. I do not know how Wrench kicked out of that. Just be pride. Must have been pride. Big kick there. Yamamoto runs into those steps but doesn't fall over them. Punch to the head, taking the man down. Just those knuckles to the fist and the disrespect shown. Yamamoto's up, but is whipped over to the barricade and chop block, taking Yamamoto down. His head clipped the stairs on the way down. These punches to the head. The referee can't stop this. He's just got to look on. But the fans seem to love it. Yamamoto stops Wrench. Got some sort of club implement there. Look at this. Yamamoto dropping Wrench's back across that barricade. And now Yama's got Wrench up and just tosses him again into that barricade on the outside. Yamamoto taking the fight to Wrench here. Yamamoto taunting the man. Wrench whips Yama into the barricade. This time the shoulder connects. But took too much time. Yamamoto reverses it and whips Wrench into the corner. And now whips Wrench into the steps. This is a hoss battle here. Stomp with a flat foot across, and again the sit-down senton, but this time Yamamoto misses, but is met with a basement dropkick. Suplex here on the outside. Yeah, Yamamoto dropping Wrench in the back of his neck with that suplex and drops a splash across the chest. This might be it. 1, 2, kick out at 2 3/4. I thought Yamamoto had it there off of that big splash. Whips Wrench again back into the barricade. Yamamoto's going for those stairs. He seems intent on causing harm to the leader of the Reapers. Might even take the Reaper's soul. Look at the way he's got those steps placed. Now whips him into the barricades. Yamamoto drop and wrench again across that barricade. We've got a 1, 2, and wrench again kicks out at 2. The fans going wild here. Wrench fights back out. He defends that. And Yamamoto fights back. Look at this. A belly to belly on the outside. I saw Wrench's head connect with that mat. Those tin pads on the outside. And just again tossing the man into that barricade. Yamamoto now stomping on the inside of that folded up arm. And again taking away the power. If you take away the arm, you take away the power. Yamamoto baseball bat shot to the gut. And a 1, 2, and somehow, someway, Wrench is kicked out. We've had Santon drops to the stairs, whips to the barricade, baseball bat to the gut, and somehow Wrench says no. Whipped into the barricade again, and dropped back first this time onto the barricade. Yamamoto taking all his rage out on Wrench. He's got him up, and a big power bomb onto the barricade. Oh, that was awful impact. What a collision between the spine and the barricade. And it looks like Yamamoto's trying to do it again. Power bomb. It looks like the neck hit the barricade on the way down. 1, 2, and somehow Wrench kicks out. Even the fans have to be cheering the effort that Wrench is putting in right now. He might not have all the offense, but he's somehow surviving against Yamamoto. Tries to fight back, but Yamamoto catches the leg. And look at this overhead throw. Yamamoto is a superhuman to launch Wrench over the head. 1, 2, 3. That's it. This time, that's it. The power bombs of the overhead suplex at the outside, driving Wrench into the apron of the ring is enough. I wonder, is that vindication? Is that validation for Yamamoto? Has he got the revenge he wanted? Or will Wrench feel embarrassed by this? Will Wrench want to come back for Yamamoto? I'm not sure. We've seen the end of this one, ladies and gentlemen. But that Falls Count Anywhere matchup has ended. That is the end of part 3 of the Eliminator. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 4 of the Eliminator, presented by CWS Championship Wrestling Series. This next match is a straight singles matchup, and it is for the CWS Light Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the number 1 contender for the Light Heavyweight Championship. This is Hardy Boy. He won a 5-way matchup a few weeks ago here on Tombstone TV. Hardy Boy won that match, giving him the opportunity to fight tonight for championship gold. This is his first opportunity at singles championship gold here at CWS. He is more than capable of one day winning, but will tonight be the night? He has stiff competition tonight in the form of the champion, Dr. Dermot Allergy. Making his way to the ring right now, the champion himself, the Doctor, is in the house, wearing that CWS Light Heavyweight Championship with pride. Dr. Dermot Allergy is 5-0 here at CWS. He has never been pinned. He has never submitted. He is one of our most winningest combatants here in the sport. The Doctor has never lost a match at CWS. Will tonight be the night? I want to make a little amendment on that. He has never lost a singles matchup. He has been in a multi-man match, the Contenders match, where he faced off against Fabian Nielsen, put in an excellent showing in that heavyweight championship number 1 contenders match himself. earlier this month, but in straight competition, the light heavyweight champion, Dr. Dermatology, has never lost. He is 5-0 to my count. Will that become 6-0 or 5-1? Does Hardy Boy have what it takes to dethrone the champion and take that title? He's got the fans on his side here. He's egging the crowd on. Hardy Boy, well prepared. And the Doctor staring daggers at the opponent. The fans booing the Doctor. I'm a little surprised by that, but then again, we are in Hardy Boy's hometown right now. It's a bit of a bizarro world situation. Normally the fans are all about Dr. Dermatology because he has shown time and time again that he is a man of the people. He knows how to heal, he knows how to hurt, and that's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. That championship right there. Hardy Boy, seemingly focused. The Doctor ready to rock and roll here, and we've got a lockup center of the ring. Hardy Boy whips the Doctor into the corner, and a big elbow driving the wind out of the man. Stomp into that corner, stomp again across the chest. Hardy Boy kicking Doctor into the chest, and look at this innovative offense. A leg drop across the throat there. Over the ropes and across the throat. A kick to the back. The Doctor is not looking good right now. Hardy is taking the fight. These rights, this left, and a spinning heel kick takes the Doctor down. Standing shooting star. No, the Doctor saw it coming, got the knees up, and has seemingly turned the tide. Look at him twisting the arm. Studies anatomy. He knows which way the arms are not supposed to go and does it to his opponent. Knee to the face. Look at this neck breaker. Hardy Boy taking the Doctor down. And again, look at this innovative offense. The speed of Hardy Boy. Again, the shooting star is met with knees and a shotgun basement dropkick from the Doctor. You don't have to go to medical school to know if you drop a man on the face or kick him in the head, it's gonna take him down. But here we go. The studies are paid off at this armbar. The Doctor picking Hardy Boy up center of the ring. He took him up just to take him down. Now he's got this leg bar on. The Doctor's going to chip away at you. He's going to wear you down. But Hardy Boy fights back out. And it looks like Hardy Boy might have caught the Doctor there. He's got him just DDT onto the already bloodied base. The Doctor's bust open here. Hardy Boy, oh my God, the split leg crotch assault. I think that's what he calls it, the split leg crotch assault. Hardy Boy. Oh no, the Doctor fights his way out of it, misses Wiley with a punch to the face. Maybe he couldn't see him with the blood in his eyes. But this spinning neck breaker, the Doctor takes Hardy down. One. Hardy kicks out at one. The Doctor's fuming. But that's only one bullet in the chamber. The Doctor's well able to go after that neck. After the arms, he'll bend your legs, he'll make you tap, he'll break your neck. The Doctor will find a way. Drop kick takes Hardy Boy down. And again, a knee bar, ankle lock combination. Hardy's in trouble here. He should just really go for the ropes, but he didn't seem to. Oh, Hardy fights his way out there. Kick to the gut of the Doctor. Kick to the knee. Clothesline taking the man down. Clothesline again takes the Doctor down. Doctor's leg caught, spinning leg sweep. Hardy has the Doctor down in the center of the ring with the momentum on his side. What's Hardy doing now? Look, diving, jumping Hurricane Rana. The Doctor seems stunned. 1, 2, and the Doctor reaches the ropes to break the count, and Hardy is fuming right now. Oh, and we go. Hardy, he's done it. He's done it. Is this it? 1, 2, and a kick out by the Doctor. I thought Hardy had it. I thought he had it there with the bye. The special bye that the Hardys have patented as their favorite move. Look at this top rope splash. That's it. That's it. The Doctor never got out of first gear on this one. 1, 2. And somehow the resiliency of the Doctor, his durability, standing, shooting star. The Doctor couldn't get the knees up that time. And a second one. Hardy now stomping at the ankle of the Doctor. The crotch assault, center of the ring. The Doctor gets out of that one, met with a rope-assisted dropkick. Hardy stomp to the back of the head. The Doctor can't seem to find his way up. He's not able to get a minute here. Hardy up, leaps to the top rope, and that splash, he misses. The Doctor gets out of the way. Back to the arm-based offense, taking Hardy down. Stomp to the back of that arm. Punch to the gut. The special buy, and he's got him. He's got a 1, 2, 3. We've got a new champion. We've got a new CWS Light Heavyweight Champion. Dr. Dermot Allergy has finally been pinned. He has won that championship way back when at Fight at the Opera. I did not see this coming. He has defended that championship. He had a heck of a reign. But our new champion, CWS Light Heavyweight Champion, Hardy, bye! Welcome back to the Eliminator. We have women's tag team action for you guys right now. We have the team of the Dancer Sisters, the #1 contenders for the CWS Women's World Tag Champions. On your left, we have Jasmine, Jazz, Dancer, and her sister. On your right, Private Dancer. These two won a tag match against the First Responders a few weeks ago on Tombstone TV. They beat Fire Person Sam and Nurse Deceased fair and square in that tag match, making themselves the first #1 contenders for the CWS Women's World Tag Team Championships. It'll be the first time we see the Women's Tag Team Champions in action. We saw them in the corner of Lord and Xavier the other week on Tombstone TV in his losing effort, where he lost to Ozone in that Intercontinental Championship qualifier for tonight's upcoming Eliminator men's matchup. We saw the Women's World Champions, Tag Champions, escort him to the ring in that losing effort. But tonight we're going to see them in the ring for the first time. Jazz Dancer and Private Dancer seem ready. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have Faith and Grace, the Lord's Angels, your CWS World's Tag Team Women's Champions. And don't those belts look great, ladies and gentlemen? Faith and Grace making their way to the ring. The angel and the devil over the Lord's shoulders. These women are inaugural CWS Women's Tag Team Champions. They previously held Tag Team Gold on the Independents. The company that they had previously been with went out of business. We carried the lineage and legacy of those belts over, and we granted them to the Lord's Angels. Let's see if they were worthy of them. Were we right in our decision to put the CWS Women's World Tag Team Championships on these ladies? Or will the dancers dance their way to victory and take those titles for themselves? Thank you for joining us. We hope you like what you're watching, and if you do, we hope you follow us on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube, drop likes, drop comments. Tell us what you like about CWS, what you don't like. You have the Booker's ear in those comments. Follow us on X or Twitter, Instagram, Faith and Grace. Interestingly, the Lord hasn't escorted them to the ring. The referee now is taking the championships from the champs. This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. This matchup is for the CWS Women's World Tag Team Championships. And it looks like we have Grace, who is in all black, and Faith is in white. We have Grace starting this matchup with Private Dancer. Big arm drag taking Private down. And a big right hand from the outside. Faith connects, and the inside, Grace connects. Driving these rights into the back of Private Dancer, who somehow kicks and fights her way out of this thing. And it looks like Faith just tagged herself in off the back of Grace. And Faith has Private up in the stalling suplex and drops Private Dancer on her back. Faith now kicking the back of Private Dancer, and look, quick tag back to the original game plan. Grace is back in. You know Faith was not supposed to take that tag in, but the match was not going their way. So a little on the fly change here. Big clothesline over the top rope, taking Private down. Grace is taking her attention over to Private Dancer's sister Jazz and drops her with that stunner over the rope. Jazz is stunned, she is down, and oh my god, Private Dancer just went and took Faith down. Grace went with this diving angel crossbody and missed. That might be the opening that Private Dancer needed to turn the tide here. Big suplex, taking the offense to Grace. Might have cost herself the championships. Look at this overhead fall-away throw. Private Dancer whipping Grace into the ring. Whipped Faith into the ring. Grace on the outside, still getting counted out by the ref. Private Dancer whips her back into the ring. Now Faith is on the outside where she's supposed to be, and Grace is back in the ring with a big whip. Private Dancer launches Private Dancer over her head. Must have been 10 feet in the air right there. Big back body drop. 2 count, and Private Dancer kicks out. Jazz wasn't sure she's going to make it, so she got into the ring. The referee's going to have to keep a hold of these guys and enforce the rules here. Grace taking Private over to the Angel's corner. Private tried to dart out of there, only to be met with that leg sweep stroke-like maneuver. Grace to the top rope, and look at that with a splash to Private Dancer. And look at that, It Factor, the Angels both like that It Factor maneuver. Tossing Private around the ring by her hair. 1, Jazz in to break it up. Faith now taking the fight to Jazz. Chasing Jazz out of the ring. Grace with Private up on her shoulders. And look at that innovative cutter offense. 1, 2. Jazz breaks it up before the 2. Faith back in, whipping Jazz out. Taking care of that problem. Grace, Private Dancer up in the back. Private Dancer elbow to the spine, rolls through. And look at this. We've got Private Dancer takes Grace down on the inside. And Faith taking Jazz down on the outside. Private with a knee to the face. Faith with a suplex on the outside to Jazz inside the ring. Private Dancer driving the elbow into the sternum of Grace. Jazz now turning the tide with the suplex of her own to Faith. And Grace in the ring with a backbreaker and another one to Private Dancer. Private Dancer hasn't even got to tag her sister into this thing yet. Grace absolutely decimating Private Dancer in the ring. Showing why they're champs. Look at that. Made out like she's going to whip her into the ropes, and instead hit her with the short arm clothesline. Oh, but Grace took too much time, and Jazz is after getting tagged in by her sister Private Dancer. We've seen Jazz. Look at that. Heels. Double heels to the back of the head of Grace. Grace looking to find her way to her corner now. We've seen Jazz have some innovative offense. We've seen Jazz absolutely base fools in these matches. Jazz is nothing to be messed with. She's danced her way into the hearts and souls of all the fans here at CWS, because although she's fun-loving, she's also able to kick the crap out of her opponents. Double team offense here for the Dancer sisters. Nothing flashy about that diving double shoulder tackle. Private Dancer with a bit of momentum takes the wind out of Grace. Back to her own corner now. Dancer Sisters tag. Private's out. And Jazz is back in. Jazz Dancer! Oh my god! Tope Suicida. Look at her flying through the air. As graceful as she is on the dance floor, she is through the air. Jazz with that diving assault to the outside, taking Grace down. Jazz took too long, and Grace is after getting attacked to Faith. We've got Faith legal in the ring now. She's up in a power bomb predicament, fighting her way out. Jazz couldn't get her and hold her up there. Faith misses Wiley with the right hand. Jazz whipping Faith off the ropes. And look at this for a diving clothesline, taking Faith down. Jazz over to her corner. Big tag there to her sister, Private Dancer. And a clothesline taking Private down into that turnbuckle. Private's up, but she's rocked. Off the ropes, bounces back, and look at this collision. Both women went for a shoulder tackle and couldn't take each other down. Private bites her way out of a grapple attempt here from Faith, and is dropped on her back. Private Dancer drops Faith in the back of her head and neck. And Faith answers back, dropping Private Dancer on her neck. Jazz in to break up the count at 1. Faith takes Private down, and look at this whiplash, this whiplash style maneuver, and Faith looks like the Angel's gonna fly. She flies to the air and misses Wiley with that knee. Private Dancer taking the fight to Grace on the outside, and now Private Dancer suplexes Faith. Angel Sisters worse for wear at this point. Faith whips Private Dancer off the ropes, drops down, and meets her with an elbow across the jaw. And now Faith is going for this chokehold submission here. And Jazz is in to break it up. Faith whips Jazz off the ropes and out of the ring. Faith taking the fight to Private Dancer. And Private Dancer bounces back with an elbow, and a clothesline turns Faith inside out, and a pinfall. But Grace isn't going to let that happen. A kick out at 2, and even if she hadn't, Grace was there to break that up. The fans are chanting tag team wrestling as Private Dancer needs the face of Faith. Angels pulled herself up in the turnbuckle corner, and a slow clothesline by Private Dancer. 2 boots to the gut, grabs Faith by the legs and launches her into the air. I don't care how well you can fly, when you land on your back, it's going to take the wind out of you. Faith motivated now with these big right hands and a left stomp. Faith now can't get her hands on Private Dancer, so she turned her attention to Jazz, who drops Faith across the ropes. Faith should have just tagged, and now she's got to make this slow tag to her sister Grace, and she does it, but it gave Private Dancer enough time to catch her wind. Grace now legal with Private Dancer. Referee's got to count Faith out of the ring. These backbreakers, combination backbreakers from Great to Private Dancer, and a double-footed dropkick to the back of Private Dancer's head. Grace is dominating. An it factor, another it factor here from Grace. Angels to Private Dancer 1, and the referee's got to stop these interferences from partners, because Jazz just broke up the count at 1. But Private Dancer just dropping Grace on the back of her head. 1 kick out at 1. Grace is not losing her championships like that. Private Dancer should really be aiming for a tag, and it looks like she's going to do that. She's dragging Grace to her corner. Grace knows where she is, fighting out. Jazz trying to help here. Private has her up again and drops her one more time. Folds her up like laundry. She probably learned that one in the military too. Bounces Grace's face off that top turnbuckle, and again the Dancer Sisters with this tag team offense. Look at this. Axe handles across the back to Grace. Jazz is back in with a kick, and look at this. Jazz with his one. Oh, that dancing neck breaker. Jazz now climbing up to the second rope, and she leaps off with a leg drop across the throat of Grace, trying to take away the wind. Jazz Dancer stomp in the face of Grace Angels. Now the back of the head dragging the heels and the knee into the face. Momentum is all with Jazz right now. She's on the wrong side of town here, but look at this. She goes for the clothesline. Grace pulls the top rope down. Jazz is on the outside, and now Grace able to saunter gingerly over to the ring and tag her sister at the other side. Faith hits Jazz with the clothesline. And a big, look at this T-bone throw. Somehow Jazz kicks out, kicks Faith into the face, makes a tag to her sister, Private Dancer, who's now legal. And a big boot from Private Dancer to Faith Angels. And a kick to the gut, club to the back. Private now back over, tagging her sister, Jazz back in. Jazz and Faith are legal. Faith misses the kick. Jazz takes her down with his neck, and look at these 2 feet, the heels again into the side of the head. Jazz now dragging Faith, positioning her where she wants her. Grabs her by the hair and just launching her back into the ground. And another tag. Private Dancer is again legal. Whips Faith off the ropes and turned inside out this time with this clothesline. We got a 1. And luckily for Faith, Grace was able to get in and break up that count. Private Dancer's attention now is being split between the Angel sisters. Big spine buster. Big spine buster there from Private Dancer to Faith Angels. Now she makes the tag, and Jazz has momentum on her side. Jazz now goes to assault Grace on the outside, but she took too long. Grace gets off the apron so she can't be assaulted. Jazz somehow ducks a kick, and now this whipping of the arms across the chest catches Faith by the hair and drops her. Grace in to break up the count at 1. Takedown, and look at these, the 2 heels to the back of the head again. Jazz Dancer has Faith down. Faith's back up with a clothesline to Jazz. This is action packed. Look at this innovation. Again, Faith Angels seemingly missing the clothesline, only to turn and pivot and meet the clothesline to the back of the head instead. Faith tags back in Grace. We've got Grace and Jazz Dancer, the legal opponents here. And Jazz has Grace up in a stalling suplex. No, Grace is down. Chop block takes away the knee. If you can take away the legs, the dancers, they can't dance their way to victory, can they? Grace now goes for 1. Kick out at 1. Somehow Jazz gets out of it. Grace, Jazz up in the shoulders, and look at this. The angelic cutter. Private's in to break up the count. Not even a 1 count, but that was surely to be the 3. Grace tags Faith. Jazz Dancer just sitting there idle, getting kicked in the back. And now Faith is taunting Jazz. Faith to the top rope. Will the Angel fly again? Jazz doesn't know where she is, getting up. And look at this. Oh my God. Faith went for that twisting top rope neck breaker, but she did not get all of it. I don't know who came out worse in that one. Their heads seemed to connect. Jazz hit the mat. Faith front flipped. Big right hand. Jazz doesn't seem to know where she is, and Faith doesn't seem to know what she needs to do. These elbows from Jazz fighting her way back out. Big right hand. Jazz now with that suplex again. This time it wasn't as high, and it wasn't a stalling suplex, but it was enough. Jazz throwing caution to the wind here, spearing Faith to the outside. Has enough time to go tag in her sister, Somehow Private Dancer is the fresher woman of the two. Faith taking the fight to Private Dancer. And look at this whiplash neckbreaker here by Faith Angels to Private Dancer on the outside. Throws her back into the ring. Referees count up to 3. Faith taking her time. And look at this. Private Dancer spearing Grace from the apron to the outside. Private Dancer tagging in Jazz now. Jazz and Faith are legal. A kick. Faith, big DDT. Driving Jazz into that mat, but Private's in to break up the count. Big elbow from Faith Angels across the chest of Private Dancer. And look at this, a suplex. She had the bridge but didn't go for the pin. Faith and Grace have all the momentum right now. But Jazz taking the fight to Grace on the outside. Looks like Faith now taking the fight to Private Dancer in the spirit of the outside. We're down to just the women in the ring here. Jazz with the short arm clothesline. Faith slides outside. Met Jazz Dancer with a punch and now a suplex on the outside. Faith misses with that knee. Jazz is up. Everyone in this match seems exhausted. Look at this. Hurricane Rana. Shoot Hurricane Rana in the words of Ross Tweddell. Jazz Dancer whipping Faith back into the ring and throws Grace into those steps. Jazz is focused on the wrong woman. Refs count up to 6. Faith taking the fight to Private Dancer. Up on the turnbuckle. Oh my god, that DDT driver. Faith and Jazz again legal. 2 heels to the face on the outside. Jazz whipping Faith. Her legs have given out on her. Faith and Grace just lying under that advert for the Masquerade Brawl sign in the corner there, that barricade. Referees count up to 5. Faith gets back into the ring. Jazz meets her with another Hurricane Rana, flipping Faith into the Dancer's corner, and Jazz punching the face of Faith Angels. 5 quick succession punches, positioning her where she wants her. Jazz stomping the heel into the back of the head of Faith Angels. Jazz makes the tag to her sister Private Dancer, who gets whipped off that rope. Faith now goes for the shoulder tackle. Private Dancer goes for the shoulder tackle. No one wins, but there's no saying no to that big boot. Private Dancer takes Faith down. And somehow, someway, Faith is not done. She's fighting back against Private Dancer. This neck drag takeover, whiplash. Center of the ring, we've got a 1, 2, Jazz is in. Somehow Private Dancer kicks out at 2. Faith is beside herself. She doesn't know how to keep these dancers down. Private Dancer drop down. And look, big back body drop. Private Dancer goes to tag in her sister Jazz. Jazz is back in. And Jazz picking Faith up. And oh my god, quick suplex there. And a pin in the Dancer's corner. 1, and out of nowhere, Grace seemingly saves the day, breaking up that count at 1. Both dancers in the ring now. The referee's telling Private to get out. Big right hand from Jazz Dancer. Faith is down and looking worse for wear. Are the champs going to be able to survive, or will we have new champions? Again, Jazz Dancer looking to position Faith where she wants her, and a tag. Private Dancer is back in, has Faith by the neck. Knee to the gut, driving the wind out of Faith Angels. The dancers at their sights set on that gold. Stomp to the gut. Private Dancer's picking Faith up, taking the fight to her now. And look at this. folded up again like laundry and dropped on the back. Private Dancer seems to have the momentum with her at this time. A tag to her sister. Private Dancer's holding her in the corner, and Jazz with a kick to the gut of Faith Angels seems winded, tossed about the ring by her hair. Jazz now dragging Faith where she wants her. And again a tag, just making it so that Faith can't tag in her sister Grace. Private now legal. Oh, look at that. There was nowhere to go, and she bit the kick. Bit the kick of Private Dancer right there. And again, bite the kick. Private Dancer. Oh, Faith somehow, some way still has fight enough left in her to get out of that. And she's going for a suplex? A stalling suplex to Private Dancer. Faith into the corner. Faith tags in her sister Grace. Grace with an 8-factor to Private Dancer. Surely that's it. She is stalking Private Dancer. Hit her with the 8-factor. And now Grace. Look at this. Oh, the Angels fall. Backbreaker. We've got a 1. But Jazz is back in. Jazz breaks up the count. 8-factor and an Angels fall. Fall from Grace, which is a much better name for that move. The fall from Grace. Grace just abusing Jazz Dancer now. Grace tags in Faith. Faith whips the chops across the chest and a DDT to Private Dancer. Jazz somehow still in the ring, stunned in the corner. Faith driving that knee across Private Dancer's throat, punching the face now. 5 epic punches across the face of Private Dancer and a DDT, and look, another one. That's it. The referee now down for the count. 1, 2. Oh my God, I thought that Faith had it with that Faith front Faith lock. DDT. Big spine buster. Use her own move against her now. Faith gets the 1, 2, 3. For some reason, Jazz didn't dive over to break up the call. Your winners and still CWS Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Lord's Angels. I guess Lord and Savior was right when he said, with faith and grace, you can achieve anything, and they have achieved greatness tonight, defending those CWS Women's World Tag Team Championships against the frankly fantastic team of the Dancer Sisters. At many points I thought Jazz or Private Dancer had the win, but no, the Lord's Angels claimed the victory tonight. Stay with us here at CWS and stay with us here at the Eliminator for more epic. Welcome back to part 6 of the Eliminator pay-per-view 2023 presented by Championship Wrestling Series. This will be a cage fight. This is beautiful Bruno Bravo, ladies and gentlemen, on their way to the ring to face off against Travis the Savage Sanchez. If you'll remember from way back at the Survivor Slam last month, beautiful Bruno Bravo surprised a lot of people, including Travis Sanchez, by getting the victory over Travis in their singles matchup. Travis's momentum had been steadfast up till that point. Travis had been winning most, if not all, of his matches, a lot of them with that big right hand of his. And yet on the night, on the pay-per-view, Bruno Bravo turned things around for himself and bested Travis the Savage Sanchez by out-wrestling him. Let's see if Bruno can do this again. In the weeks between, Travis has mocked Bruno's victories, and Bruno squared up to Travis at the end of Tombstone TV match a couple of weeks ago. Bruno asked to have the rematch. Travis got to pick the stipulation, and Travis has picked a cage fight. I was talking to Travis during the week, and he told me that he's been training in martial arts, trying to up his wrestling game, up his martial arts game, to not just be known as the boxer that a lot of people know him as here at CWS. If you don't know Travis's backstory, he's a former pro boxer, got one too many concussions, and has decided to try his hand at wrestling instead of boxing. But of course he's taking those skills with him, and he's been winning with this deadly right hand of his, the Savage Punch. As the cage has been lowered around the competitors, this is the first cage match here in CWS history, and straight away Bruno Bravo takes Travis down with a clothesline into the corner. And look at this, Bruno flattening Travis and going straight back for that arm. You'll see Bruno go for a lot of these arm and leg wrenches, just working on the back. Bruno driving Travis into the mat. Excuse me as I take a sip of my coffee. I am your host, Bullet Von Awesome. BVA, and Bruno again driving Travis into the mat. Torquing at the arm of Travis the Savage Sanchez. The referee, obviously on the outside, is going to be watching this one, but has very little control. And look at this, Travis reverses the momentum with a little arm drag, taking Bruno down, and straight away, discus punch. The discus punch, and Travis now, after getting the momentum from that, has got an ankle lock locked in. A beautiful Bruno Bravo who fights out. Travis might know the hold, but he doesn't seem to get that. He has to hold it long and might not have the torque right. An uppercut in the corner from Bruno and a club across the back, and look at drop, toe hold, takedown into an ankle lock of his own. And his right hands from Travis to break up the submission attempt. Travis uses his strength to grapple Bruno, only to drive him back headfirst into the mat. I don't care who you are, that's going to rock you. Look at these low knees to the head and neck. Travis bludgeoning Bruno, and look at the disrespect, wiping his boots on him. Travis goes behind, takes Bruno down. And a knee to the face. They won't let you do that in boxing. Not even celebrity boxing, huh? Travis grapples up with Bruno, but Bruno kicks out of that and whips Travis off the rope, bounces back. Bruno drop down, duck under, and he lets Travis hit the ropes. Travis now fighting back with the right hands. I wonder if Bruno was just trying to make Travis run and wind him. Look at the athleticism of Travis. Both men just run into each other, neither one knocked down. But Travis now dragging Bruno over to that rope and smashing the face off the cage and clubbing the back. Bruno just bouncing, he's got nowhere to go. Travis discus punch, taking Bruno down again, and he's lefts now to the face. And the fans chanting one more time for Travis to take Bruno out. Whip into the corner. Travis, big right and left, and a right again, and just tossing Bruno across the ring. And somehow Bruno leg sweeps Travis to take him down. And look at this, step over into that sharpshooter-like maneuver, and just gonna stomp Travis's head into the mat. Bruno showboating of his own and then stomping on the leg of Travis. I suppose if you take away the legs, the man can't climb. But there are a few different ways to win in this matchup. Travis kicking out of that potential sharpshooter attempt. Travis now, discus punch, and that's it. The referee stopped it. Winner by KO, Travis the Savage Sanchez. He sought his revenge, and he just dropped Bruno in this brutal cage match. It just shows you anything goes for your CWS guys. That came out of nowhere. The cage is lifted, Bruno is outside, and he still doesn't seem to have been come to fully. But Travis the Savage Sanchez, your winner. I wonder, will this be the end of the conflict between these two, or will they have another match down the line? We'll see how Bruno reacts to his loss. Welcome back to part 6 of the Championship Wrestling Series Eliminator Event 2023. This matchup is a singles matchup for the CWS Women's World Championship. Introducing first the number 1 contender, big time aerial wrestler. Ariel, the sister to brothers Matt and The Technique Al, wrestler of the wrestling family. She is one half of a tag team with herself and Sue Plex, who we saw earlier in a losing effort in that Eliminator matchup. Big time aerial wrestler won a 5-way women's battle royal to become number 1 contender here a few weeks ago on Tombstone TV. It's her first opportunity at championship gold here at CWS, and it looks like she is ready to take on the champ in our first ever CWS Women's World Heavyweight Championship match. The champion, Lady Starshine. Lady Starshine making her way to the ring. She has the fans in the palm of her hand, whether she wants them there or not. Lady Starshine, part of the Cosmic Alliance alongside her son, the Starshine Kid, and his tag team partners Moonbeam Jr. and Ozone. Ozone, who we will see later on tonight in the men's eliminator matchup, having qualified for that Intercontinental Championship eliminator matchup that's coming on the show later this evening. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The CWS World's Women's Championship. That's what this match is all about. At the Eliminator, aerial wrestler has impressed these fans since debuting here on CWS. The fans seem to be supporting her, but the fans also recognize the legend that is Lady Starshine, and they are lucky to have her here too. Lady Starshine, the inaugural CWS Women's World Champion. And look at that, she's already flipped the crowd. They're back chanting for her. This should be a cracking match, ladies and gentlemen. First ever Women's World Heavyweight Championship match here at CWS. Showing both women what they're wrestling for. And this is it. Both women are ready. Stretched out, ready to go. And ring the bell. We are off. Big right hand, ducked, chop, leg chops there to Lady Starshine, and a big knee to the face of the larger woman. Aerial wrestler dropping the knee across the back of Lady Starshine and now egging the crowd on. Look at this. Legs wrapped around the head and neck of Lady Starshine and an elbow to the top of the head. Stomps to the head. Aerial wrestler sizing her up. Basement dropkick. Aerial wrestler marking her territory right now. And she whips Lady Starshine over the top rope and out of the ring. Can't win the match out there, but you can inflict a lot of harm. Aerial wrestler stomping on the inside of the leg of Lady Starshine here. And now to drive the knee into the mat. Those are thin pads, ladies and gentlemen. Big right hand. And a backstabber from aerial wrestler. to Lady Starshine. Again, legs wrapped around the back of the head of Lady Starshine. Aerial, look at this offense. Look at this. Big time. Aerial with the punching combination and the knee to the gut of Lady Starshine. Aerial now throwing Lady Starshine away. Referees count up to 7. Aerial back into the ring and taunting the crowd. Absolute showboating right now. Referees count up to 8. And look at this lady. Oh my god, Aerial Wrestler just leapt over the top rope right at the feet of Lady Starshine, and she stepped right into the path of it and caught Aerial on the way down. And now Lady Starshine, after catching her breath, throws Aerial back into the ring, and now looking to use her size to drag Aerial over to the ropes, and a left, whipping Aerial off the ropes. Lady Starshine tried to shoulder tackle it, didn't quite get all of it. And look at this. Dropping Aerial across the top rope. Lady Starshine looking for that slingshot and a pin off that. 1. A kick out at 1. Lady Starshine ducks a discus punch and locks in a sleeper hold on Aerial Wrestler. Aerial breaks out with that chin breaker, that stunner type maneuver. Aerial Wrestler springboard off the ropes and a Pele kick, taking Lady Starshine down, and a quick cover. 1 and a kick out at 1 by the champ. Legs wrapped around the head of Lady Starshine. Lady Starshine up to her feet. And look at Aerial Wrestler. That Pele kick again, showing off her freakish athleticism. Locking up with Lady Starshine, and look at that. Absolute unique offense here. Oh, and she goes to clothesline Lady Starshine over the top rope, but the veteran pulls the rope down and launching Aerial to the outside. A clothesline to the back of the head, and Lady Starshine to Aerial Wrestler. Lady Starshine picking Aerial up, walks her over to that top turnbuckle and drops her flat across it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see there are some blank spaces here on the ring apron and along the barricades. There are spaces left available for future advertisers. If you want your products to be advertised here at CWS, make contact with management and we'll see if we can feature you here prominently on either Tombstone TV or on large pay-per-view events. Follow us on Instagram, on X, formerly known as Twitter. Look at that moonsault kick right there from Aerial Wrestler to Lady Starshine. Aerial dragging Lady over to the ropes. And look at this, whips her, reversal, back, oh my gosh, roll through, and Aerial flips up, head scissors takedown. Aerial with the drop kick, taking Lady Starshine off her feet. But Lady is right back up, and look at this, head scissors to take Lady Starshine down. Aerial trying to get up to the top, I think, taunting the fans, taunting the crowd one more time. But as I was saying, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. If you like what we're doing, let us know in the comments below. Subscribe, follow, share with your friends. If you want to see great matches like this one, Aerial stomping on the back of Lady Starshine's arm. Oh, and big power bomb, Lady Starshine to Aerial Wrestler, and a kick to the back. Look at this. Aerial Wrestler takes Lady Starshine down and a head scissors. And Aerial Wrestler to the top rope. What she got in her books? 630. Aerial Wrestler with the big time 630. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Big time. Aerial Wrestler pins Lady Starshine and becomes the second ever CWS Women's World Champion. Big time. Aerial Wrestler bringing gold home to the wrestling family. The boys Matt and Lee Technique Al can learn something from their sister. Big time aerial wrestler is your CWS Women's Champion. Welcome back to the Elimin8r Pay-Per-View by Championship Wrestling Series 2023. This is your titular event. This is the Men's Intercontinental Championship Eliminator match. 8 men will enter. The last man surviving will be the champion, the Intercontinental Champion. Introducing first, entrant number 1. This is Xander Vachon. Xander qualified for this Eliminator match. He's bringing his metal edge with him, and Xander's hoping to become Intercontinental Champion. Look at the size of him stepping over that top rope. He's going to headbang his way to victory here. Xander sometimes likes to use a headbutt, which he calls the headbang, the mosh pit. He's well used to rocking out and taking people down. Xander Vachon, the first entrant in this matchup. We had qualifying matches, so we know all 8 combatants, all 8 entrants in the match. And introducing entrant number 2, his brother is your new CWS Light Heavyweight Champion after pinning Dr. Dermatology, ending that undefeated streak of Dr. Dermatology after nearly 3 months. This is Dudley Bay. Entrant number 2, can Dudley become the Intercontinental Champion and Hardy be the Light Heavyweight Champion? That'll be a good day for the Bays. Dudley popping the crowd huge here, getting them on sight as Xander Vachon stands in the background lurking over the shoulder at Dudley and watching him from behind. There's a lot of advertising space here, ladies and gentlemen. Contact CWS if you want to advertise your brand or your YouTube channel on the show. Entry number 3, Eli Valentine. Eli qualified here on Tombstone TV for this matchup. A lot of people wrote him off, see him as a perennial underdog, but Eli won fair and square. Eli has every right to be in this matchup, having qualified, and Eli believes he can do it. I talked to him earlier today, and Eli believes it's time for Valentine to kiss the gold. He thinks Fabian Nielsen is going to kiss that goodbye. Eli Valentine entering into the Eliminator match. This will be a cracker, ladies and gentlemen. Next entrant in the matchup. As Eli readies himself. This is Jackson Gage Harris representing the Grim Reapers. We saw Wrench in a losing effort earlier tonight. We've seen Ratchet Riley Rose lose earlier tonight. Torque didn't qualify for this. Gage is the only Grim Reaper left with a chance of coming out with gold here from the Eliminator pay-per-view. Are we looking at our next Intercontinental Champion in Jackson Gage Harris? As he taunts the crowd over that blank canvas right there. Wouldn't your brand look good right there? Contact CWS. Serious inquiries only. Jackson readying himself for the next combatant to enter the fight. And here we go. Former Intercontinental Champion. We've got, representing the Cosmic Alliance, Ozone. Ozone never lost that Intercontinental Championship, in his opinion. Didn't lose it fair and square, at least. He lost that in a multi-man matchup where Fabian Niels won the championship that Ozone didn't technically lose. He never got a rematch for that belt. This is his opportunity to get that back. But how's his head after watching Lady Starshine just lose her Women's World Championship? The Cosmic Alliance are down some gold. Can Ozone bring some back to the fold? This guy absolutely defies gravity. There's something wicked about Ozone. Musical puns. The next entrant in this Intercontinental Championship matchup, ladies and gentlemen, one of the newest additions to the CWS roster, undefeated. We've got Newcastle's own Geordie boy, St. James Park. St. James Park qualified for this matchup by beating Paddy Fields, the Walk and Spring Roll Express, on Tombstone TV earlier this month. Episode 11. St. James Park was talking to me today. He wants to become Jack's Wrestler of the Week, and he wants to become the Intercontinental Champion here at Championship Wrestling Series. He wants the whole Toon Army behind him. He is ready to rumble and other Newcastle-related things. As St. James Park readies himself, we await the final combatants in this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, tag team partner of the champ, Jacques Hammer. We saw Jacques tag up with Fabian Niels weeks ago now on Tombstone TV. In a winning effort, we've seen Jacques win matches, lose matches, but he seems to be back in winning ways, having beaten the Platinum Kid to qualify for this matchup after being embarrassed by Platinum Kid previously. Jacques Hammer, 7th matchup in this matchup. We saw him lose to Fabian Niels before at the Survivor Slam. Is he going to get revenge for that loss that he suffered, that clean, decisive loss? The champion defended the title perfectly in that matchup. Friends, allies, tonight they're enemies. Jacques Hammer awaiting the champ. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, your CWS Intercontinental Champion, Fabian Niels. Fabian has won that match in a multi-man match. He won the title in a multi-man match and defended it at the Survivor Slam against Jacques Hammer. He's a former light heavyweight champion here at CWS, and now an Intercontinental Champion too. Will he still be the Intercontinental Champion at the end of the night? Gotta admit that silver looks good around the waist of Fabian Niels. Will he be champ at the end, or will one of these other men take that championship from him? Would it even potentially be his tag partner, Jacques Hammer, or any one of the other 6 combatants? This is your men's titular match, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eliminator rules. We saw how that matchup runs earlier tonight in the women's match. Now the bell has rang, and here we go. Ozone straight after by Fabian, going for the cover on Jacques Hammer. 1, 2, 3, and oh my god, Jacques Hammer is out immediately, just like the women's match where El Dorado was knocked out. Fabian Niels has just eliminated his tag team partner. Jacques cannot get a win against Fabian. Xander's wrestling against the ropes. St. James Park taking Xander down. And now running elbow misses on Dudley by Eli, slapped in the face with some steel steps by Ozone. Gage now lifted up by Ozone and dropped on his back on the outside. 1, 2, and a kick out by the Grim Reaper. Fabian Nielsen's just taking a breather away from everyone else. Xander Vachon taking down St. James Park in the ring with a clothesline, and now he's picking him up. Running fall away slam, just missing that ladder. Gage on the outside taking down Dudley, and Ozone clotheslines Fabian Niels. He's talking smack, telling him, you didn't beat me for that championship, that is still my belt. And Fabian taking Ozone down on the outside. Gage getting dropped by Dudley, and in the ring, Xander Vachon splashing the back. No, he misses. St. James Park with that right hand again, right hands. And a slap to the back of the head. Meanwhile, Fabian Niels tosses Ozone over his head, only to be neckbreakered by Gage. Eli going for the cover outside on Dudley. The referee down for the count 1, and a kick out at 2. St. James Park dropping the elbow, and Fabian squeezing the life of that bear hug out of Ozone. This thing is chaos already. Ozone fighting right back out of it. Elbows and a big clap over the ears of Fabian. Meanwhile, in the ring, we've got St. James Park, and there he is. He hits it with the Sam Driver. St. James Park hits the Sam Driver on Xander Vachon, but there's no one there to make the cover. St. James Park now outside talking trash to Eli and Dudley. Xander is rocked from the Sam Driver. He's up, and Gage is lining Xander up, and he misses that Reaper kick, that Grim kick. And St. James Park taking Dudley down with the steps. Xander crotches Gage across the knee. Fabian misses wildly with the crossbody there to Ozone. Eli super kicking anything that walks past him. In the ring now, Xander Vachon drops Gage with a suplex. Ozone, Eli, the only men left standing on the outside. Ozone and Dudley going for the suplex. Xander Vachon rolls Gage up. Look at this for a pin. Look at this. Taking Gage too lightly. Gage gets out of it. The longest stalling suplex in the history of suplexes there by Ozone to Dudley Boy. Gravity means nothing to Ozone. Eli rocking St. James Park on the ramp area there with knees. You can barely see them. And from the top rope, Xander Vachon drops the elbow across Gage's back of his head. Dudley Boy now bringing stairs into the fray. And the outside just levels Ozone. And then busts the champ Fabian Niels. And now the champ's being pinned by Dudley Boy. The referee doesn't see it, and a kick out. Meanwhile, Eli Valentine now on top of Ozone. 1, 2, 3. Ozone, the former champion, has been eliminated from the matchup by Eli Valentine. And look at Eli, he's on fire right now, going for Dudley Boy. Referee's down 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Gage looking for revenge on Xander Vachon. Meanwhile, St. James Park is targeting the champ. Look at this. Big back body drop on the outside. And Gage hits German suplex on St. James Park. But St. James is right back up. We've got St. James Park and Eli fighting on the outside. Xander and Gage still going for it. Look at this double team maneuver. Eli Valentine and Dudley Boy just rocking St. James Park on the outside there. Gage whipping Xander off into that turnbuckle, and Eli then turns on Dudley and drops him with a German suplex. Blatant low blow right there from St. James Park, but anything goes in these matchups. It looks like he just tried to dive in there with a basement dropkick to Gage and missed. But now, St. James Park, basement dropkick to Fabian Niels, the champion, hitting the champ into that ladder, and now gets out of the ring, not going for the pinfall himself, because he doesn't need to get the pins, just needs to get the last one. St. James Park using that chair on Dudley, and Gage trying to pin Eli, and the 2 count. And look at this, the variant reverse Sam Driver, St. James Park, yep. turning his attention back to Gage, who catches St. James with a huge spinebuster on the outside, but St. James just walks it off, neckbreaker to Valentine. In the ring now, Fabian Niels with the nail gun, taking Xander Vachon down with the 1, 2, 3. Fabian Niels with the nail gun, taking Xander out of this match. And we are down to 5. Fabian Niels now throws Eli away and now turns his attention to Dudley Boy, who he drops to the German suplex. Fabian now turning his attention to Gage, who he's got up for a suplex on the ramp. Eli tossing Dudley into that barricade, driving the knee to his face. And Fabian has now, he's got St. James up. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. St. James Park has been eliminated from the Intercontinental Championship Eliminator match by the champ himself, Fabian Niels. And the Geordie boy is gone. I guess he wasn't quite ready to rumble. We're down to 4. Eli now trying to suplex. Oh, look at this. Eli's got Gage down. 1, 2, 3. That Valentine's kiss. He is out. We're down to Eli Valentine, who is up on the back, and look at that fall-away powerbomb by Fabian Niels to be quickly caught by Dudley Boy in a DDT. Eli covering Dudley now. 1, 2. Dudley somehow kicks out. He does not want to be the only one at the dinner table tonight without championship gold. Eli and Fabian both taunting, and Eli whips Fabian back into the ring. Xander just kind of hanging out in the corner, but he has been eliminated. Fabian has Eli up with a capture suplex. Dudley in behind, driving his forearm into the back of Fabian, whips Fabian out of the ring, and Dudley goes after him. Falls count anywhere, remember. Dudley, kick, and there we go. It Factor on the outside. Eli interfering right now, gets an elbow for his troubles. Fabian and Eli can't seem to team up on Dudley, and Dudley now It Factor to Eli Valentine as well. Basement dropkick to the back of Dudley Boy. Fabian Niels club and blow across the back, and now a kick from Eli to Fabian. Fabian's got Eli up again. Suplex on the outside. The champions bust open, climb back into the ring as Dudley Boy picks up those stairs. He goes to hit Eli, but drops the stairs as Eli hits Fabian with the German suplex. Fabian fighting back, and looks like Dudley now is favoring the steel chair, but again blocked by Fabian. Fabian gut-wrenching Dudley up and over, just throwing him with ease. Fabian climbing back into the ring. No, he psyched us out. Eli is now in the ring. The referees followed Eli. Dudley and Fabian on the outside. Dudley whipping Fabian into the barricade on the ramp as Eli Dudley lock up. Dudley takes him down with this spinning head scissors takedown, and he's going for the cover off of that. Eli just says absolutely not. Kicks out before 1. Fabian punching Dudley to the back. And look at this. Eli Valentine dropping Dudley Boy face first onto that step. Eli's on fire. He's looked really impressive in this matchup. Backbreaker to the champ. Stretching Fabian Niels now out over his knee. Dudley watching on, allowing it to happen. And oh my god, Eli Valentine goes for a top rope somersault flip over the top, trying to take out Fabian and Dudley. Didn't connect with all of it, and seems like he broke his own butt in the troubles. Dudley, suicide dive, lands on Eli. Not sure which man got that one worse off. Both are up on their feet within seconds. Fabian throwing Dudley into the ring. It looks as though he's thrown Dudley in to fight Eli, and Fabian's happy enough to stay on the outside. The lockup is enough of a distraction for Fabian to sneak in behind Eli. He gets him up. Look at this. After Eli throws Dudley down that ladder on the outside, nail driver, nail gun, 1, 2, 3. We're down to Fabian Niels and Dudley Boy for the Intercontinental Championship. Will Fabian retain the gold, or will Dudley and Hardy Boy both be champion by the end of the night? Dudley whips Fabian to the outside. Dudley's going for the cover. Referee's taking his time to get there. 1, and a kick out at 1. If I were Dudley, I'd be fuming with the referee at that. Low kick, chop, ducked it. Fabian Niels now lifting Dudley up, and look at this capture, overhead throw. There's a lovely big white banner there on the apron, guys. If anybody wants their brand, their channel advertised, contact CWS. We would love for you to sponsor a match here. And look at that. Fabian clotheslines Dudley, and he's going for the cover. The champ is busted and bloody, but he thinks he has it. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 3/4 by Dudley by Fabian, whipping Dudley back into the ring. The champ now measuring Dudley by, whipping him back out of the ring, slides out after him, and now the champion going under the ring there, pulls out a hockey stick and bludgeoning Dudley across the midriff with that. Dudley up. I think those shots rocked him, and look at this. Dudley with a variant of the special buy on the outside. A running special buy. Fabian kicks out before 1. Dudley whips Fabian back into the ring. He thinks momentum has turned. He thinks he might have him. Dudley getting that sledgehammer. And oh my God, driving the tip of that sledgehammer into the arm and shoulder of Fabian Niels. He's taunting him, saying, "Get back up." Again, as he's dropped it now 4 times across the arm of Fabian Niels. A little collision there. Fabian goes to show the right hand, but can't because of those blocks. And can he get him up? He's got him up for the nail gun. A variant of the nail gun. Fabian with the 1, 2, 3 winner, and still Intercontinental Champion. Very impressive. I wasn't sure he had it in him. Fabian Niels turning the doubters away with that victory. Eliminated his own partner and his stiffest competition as well, with Jacques Hammer early on and Dudley last. The first and last pinfalls of the match. Champion Fabian Niels. Fantastic, great match there. Great representation, great champion. Your winner. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 9 of the Elimin8r pay-per-view. I am your host, Bullet Von Awesome, also known as BVA. And this is your semi-main event of the evening. Welcome to the ring first, the number 1 contenders for the CWS World Tag Team Championships. This is Bruce and Wayne Manor. Bad Manners. These guys are former tag team champions here at CWS. They lost the titles last month at the Survivor Slam to the Walkers on Dead, Daryl and Merle. It's another family affair here at CWS. As you can see, we've had a lot of graphic logo upgrades during the tapings. New look, new exciting times here for Championship Wrestling Series. If you like what you see, give us a like, subscribe, and follow for more great action, great Championship Wrestling combat. Making their way to the ring. Next up, as the lights dim and the crowd await their arrival. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Daryl on your left, and on your right is Merle Walker, the CWS World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the Walkers Undead. The Walkers, very slow, very methodically making their way to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, I've realized that we actually have history in the making tonight, no matter who wins this match. Unfortunately, no defending champions in the men's tag division have successfully defended their titles here at CWS. Will the Walkers Undead be the first to do so? And if they're not, if the case is that they lose the titles tonight, that would make Bad Manners the first ever two-time CWS World's Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. You're witnessing history here tonight, folks. The fans are not happy to see the Walkers Undead. They want these guys to lose the titles from fan favorites, the Bad Manners. We will see how this thing goes. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. CWS Tag Team Championship belt. You'll see new ads, new logos for the company for each of our events will start popping up. There's a first look at the new Tombstone TV logo. The logo for the Eliminator itself. And as you'll see on the barricades outside the ring, a tease, a graphic update, and an advert for the Masquerade Brawl, which is next. That will be the next pay-per-view in the calendar here at CWS. Are Daryl and Merle showing off those titles for the last time? Will Bad Manners be the ones to dethrone and defeat the champs? Statistically, Bad Manners should win this because no tag champions have defended their titles successfully on pay-per-view here at CWS. Be interested to see what history develops here tonight. Referee's ready and rings the bell. We've got Daryl and Bruce to start. And look at this straight kick to the face. And look at this athleticism out of Bruce Banner taking Daryl down into a wrist lock. But Daryl breaks out of that, wants to slow things down and tags out to his brother Merle. Merle's in now and takes a leaping fist to the face. Bruce tags out and Wayne is in. Merle just can't catch that clothesline. A rolling heel kick from Wayne Manor takes Merle down. And there we go. Merle changes the momentum with an elbow to the mouth of Wayne Manor. There's no dodging. A big elbow to the face. Stomps now across the hand, and Merle tags back out. Daryl is in. Daryl picking Wayne up off the ground with a big power bomb onto the back of the head and neck. Daryl tagging out. The Walkers making great use of tagging in and out. Neither man got that. Looked like a drop kick from Wayne. Missed. Merle went for it of his own and missed. That didn't. He picked him up and dropped him throat first across that top rope. And a kick out at one by Wayne Manor. Stomp to the back of the arm. And what? Merle Walker to the top rope? Is the Walker's gonna fly? And there he does, leaping from the top rope, 2 knees across the chest, and somehow Wayne ducks, dodges, hits an under German suplex, and then Merle gets out of the way. That spinning heel kick, that rolling heel kick. But Daryl was not so lucky. Daryl goes for the clothesline. He meets that spinning, rolling heel kick and a drop kick. The momentum is all with the Manners at the moment. Wayne tags out to the much fresher man, Bruce. We've got Bruce and Daryl again. And look at that for a picture perfect drop kick taking Daryl down. Driving the face into the mat. And now the arm bar locked in by Bruce Banner. Daryl trying to make its way to his corner. But Bruce tags right back into Wayne. Bit of mind games, perhaps, from Bad Manners. Big elbow right across the chops of Wayne Manor. And a cover. 1, and a kick out at 1. Wayne whipped into the corner. Daryl wrenching the arm over the top rope. And just absolutely manhandling Wayne Manor right now. The German suplex, that overhead throw, and a tag to Brother Merle. He's not going to give Wayne the chance to get up of his own accord. He picks him up, big right hand, and another overhead throw, that T-bone over the top, and Merle is feeling himself right now. He's loving this. Taunting the fans, taunting Wayne, and but Wayne, sudden burst of energy, makes it to Bruce, gets the tag, and Bruce eats a knee to the face for his troubles. Merle Walker is all over this, stomping on the hand of Bruce. If you take away the Walkers, if the Walkers can take away bad manners, ability to catch, to throw, to leap, it removes a lot of offense. And a big look at the state of that spine buster. Daryl Walker taking no prisoners, stomping across the chest. This viciousness is a trait that we've seen a lot out of the Walkers. They're just prone to violence, prone to surviving, and they want this reign to survive. Sidewalk slam in the Walker's own corner. Bruce is truly in the wrong side of town. Merle seems to say this is it, making light of Bruce. He's not even attempting to stop him from making that tag. Oh, spoke too soon. Merle with another overhead throw, launching Bruce across the ring. And he goes for the cover, and Wayne has seen enough. He's in to break that up even before the referee hits one. This is for the championships, ladies and gentlemen. Referee's going to have to be a little lenient. Might have a little more discretion than I'd personally like. It looks like Bruce is a bit disorientated. He's after finding the corner, but it's the wrong corner. It's been a no man's land. Look at that, taking away the Achilles. Oh, Bruce fights out. Whips Merle into that far corner. The other no man's land, and a big guttural chop across the chest of Merle, bouncing the face off the turnbuckle. And Bruce lifting Merle to the top. Merle is rocked here. Bruce to the top. What's he going for here? Oh my God! Oh my God! Leaping from the top rope. Moonsault suplex. Absolutely amazing. Amazing offense here by both of the Manners. Now Wayne is in, and he's got Merle in this reverse Boston Crab. He's got him trapped in the asylum. He's got him locked in the asylum. There we go. I'll go with that. And now Wayne slides to the outside after having the asylum reversed. And look at this again, overhead throw, a spot of revenge, being tossed off that top rope. Wayne now with an abdominal stretch to Daryl. He's not the legal man. He's just inflicting a bit of punishment. And on the other side, we've got Merle taking on Bruce. Not the legal man either. It looks like both of the illegal men are a little bit rocked here. Wayne is snuck in. Don't think Daryl saw him. Big right hand, kick to the gut. And what do we got here? Look at this. Pump handle power bomb. Will the Dark Knights get this one? 1, 2. Oh, and a rope break, the wherewithal. The ability to survive shines through again in Merle Walker. This championship reign has not ended. Merle now picking Wayne up over the top of his head for a suplex. And another pinfall attempt. 1, kick out, and a break up by Bruce at 1. Bruce now storming over to Daryl's corner. Merle with the spear to the gut of Wayne in the corner and now viciously choking at the throat, taking away the wind of Wayne Manor. Merle now over to the corner, makes the tag to Daryl. Will Daryl be able to take advantage of the situation? A big kick, and look at this. He's going for the Dominator, but Wayne gets out. Exchange of right hands, ducks and dodges. Rights from Daryl. He's got him locked. Daryl's got him up in that Walker's bite. This bear hug submission, and Bruce charges in and breaks that one up. Daryl forced to let go. Daryl now attacking the illegal man for his troubles, just taking the fight to Bruce. Look at that. Rocks him. Drops him face first across that top turnbuckle, and all the attention now is on Wayne, and there's no one to help him. Daryl's got him up for this powerbomb into the turnbuckle. Big time powerbomb into the turnbuckle there by Daryl. Walker tags in Merle. Took too long, and Wayne slides out. Merle taking the fight, misses the chop, eats a right hand, and an abdominal stretch now by Wayne to Merle on the outside. Referees count up to 3, but Merle gets out. An arm drags Wayne Manor over onto his back. Merle throwing Wayne into the ring. I think the Walkers want to finish this one off. Merle with a running spear, almost a rugby tackle on the outside to Bruce, while Wayne takes Daryl off the top rope. Oh my God, Wayne somehow has got him in. He's got Merle locked in the asylum, and there's no one on the outside. Daryl is nowhere there to save him. Merle Walker, center of the ring, is locked in the asylum, and somehow he flips the ankle. He gets out. Wayne with an over-the-head German suplex to Merle Walker. Wayne quick tag to Bruce. Bruce Manor now legal. Merle is rocked. He's out for the count. He's down, and he's being stalked by Bruce. Bruce Manor, kick to the gut. And look at this. No, Merle. Merle gets out of it. He gets out of it. Merle with a big kick across the face. Bruce is down, and Daryl is back in. What's going to happen in this one? Daryl whipping Bruce over his brother and over the top rope. Leaping forearm, taking Wayne Manor down. Club and blow to the back of Bruce Manor. Daryl is on fire tonight. Daryl, Bruce up, and look at that release. Front face lock suplex. I think Bruce thought the momentum was going the other way and was not prepared to hit the ground like that. Shoulder now bouncing off that barricade. Daryl gets back into the ring and turns his attention to Wayne Manor, but he eats a fist and exchanges one back. Bruce is in, clips the shins of Daryl. Daryl getting assaulted here by both of the Manors. Daryl needs to get out of dodge quick, sliding out of that ring. Daryl and Bruce, big right hand, and look at this, center of the ring. He might have him here. If it wasn't for Wayne Manor breaking that one up. And now he's taking a spear to the outside for his troubles. Shoulder driven hard into the gut of Wayne Manor, who's stunned now on the outside. Bruce is also down. Daryl taking the time to tag in his big brother Merle. Brother Merle sliding on to the outside. Bit of a collision there with Bruce. Bruce goes for a leaping elbow, misses, eats a right hand. Daryl is struggling to make his way around both of the Manors. Reverse runner! Look at that for a reverse spike. Hurricane Rana driving the head of Merle into that thin mat on the outside, and then whipped into that Elimin8r barricade. And again, just whipping into the back on steel. Those are thin cloth barricades over some steel bars. It's gotta hurt. Bruce now whipping Merle into the ring, but Merle can't get to his corner to tag in his brother Daryl. Dragon, screw leg lock. He's just whipped him down. Merle now psyching himself up. He doesn't realize it, but Wayne is tagged in, and he's arm dragged Merle down center of the ring. Wayne, Manor taking the fight to Merle. Look at this. German suplex, throwing Merle over the top of his head. Taking too much time to talk trash. Daryl tags in. Big right hand, big chop, and a short arm clothesline. Daryl taking the fight to Wayne Manor. Daryl with the big right hand, and he's got him again. Look at this. Bida, the Walker's taking him down. Going for the cover. We've got a 1, 2, 3. They've done it. The Walkers Undead have retained the Burst Tag Team Champions, here to retain the titles at CWS. This has been the Eliminator pay-per-view semi-main event. Daryl and Merle snatching the titles out of the referee's hands. They've survived another night. Who is going to be the ones to withstand the Walker's bite? Your CWS Heavyweight World's Tag Team Champions, Daryl and Merle, the Walkers Undead. Join us for your main event, where Prince Toro will compete for the CWS World's Heavyweight Championship against the reigning, defending, and undisputed champion, Major Attraction. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWS. Welcome back to the Championship Wrestling Series. We are back. We are live for your main event of the evening. This is the CWS World's Heavyweight Championship match. On his way to the ring, your number 1 contender, Prince Toro. As you can see, we've had some slight aesthetic upgrades as the night has progressed here at CWS. The ring crew showing off their latest, their greatest. This is the Eliminator pay-per-view as we await the Heavyweight World's Champion. Prince Toro is ready, psyched up for this match, and now the crowd are pumped too. Lights up, game on. This is your Heavyweight World's Champion of Championship Wrestling Series. This is Major Attraction. I am your host, Bullet Von Awesome, BVA. We've had some aesthetic upgrades, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell these tapings have happened across more than one day. Graphics department hard at it. Constant improvements here at CWS. We hope you bear with us. This is just a tease. This is an advert for what's to come. As you can see behind us, the upgraded logo for Masquerade Brawl, next month's pay-per-view here at CWS. And as you can see on the apron of the ring, which was previously left blank, that is the new Tombstone TV logo. There will be upgrades to the television show on next week's episode. That will be episode 13 of CWS Tombstone TV. Major Attraction showing off the championship gold. Will he be holding it for the final time tonight? Will Prince Toro be the one to end the reign of Major Attraction? The longest current reigning champion of all the champions here in CWS, our only heavyweights champion since Tombstone TV and Championship Wrestling Series have gone live. The graphics department have been hard at it. We have got a further 5, that's right, 5 pay-per-views built and designed and ready to go. We strive to do at least 1 pay-per-view a month here at CWS. We will do the odd spot show. There will be occasional shows for themes, for events. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That's what this is all about. The Heavyweight World Championship. We are live at the Elimin8r pay-per-view. The contender, the challenger, won your 3rd contenders match. Prince Toro against the man himself. Stand at full attention and give this guy a salute, for his reign has been great. This is major attraction. The fans cheering for both men tonight because both are sound fan favorites. CWS is only expanding, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can tell that from the upgrades and the hard work gone into the show. Look at that championship. The champion steadies himself and is ready, and the referee rings the bell. Prince Toro straight away lifts Major Attraction up, drags him across the ring and throws him into that turnbuckle and lays him out smack bang center of the ring. Stomp across the gut. Prince Toro gut wrenching Major Attraction. The much smaller man seems to have all the momentum right now. Look at this big time splash right there from Prince Toro. Major Attraction is up. And back suplex releases Toro onto the back of his head and neck. And now again, the back of the head and the neck being pounded into the mat. Major Attraction taking the fight to Toro. And look at that for a quick DDT. And a kick, not letting Toro up. Major Attraction now using all that weight across the back. Here we get a better look at the Tombstone TV logo. Referee begins to count on the outside here. Count of 1. Bouncing the head off the ground, and Major Attraction now. Oh, shoulder block from Toro. Count of 3 now, and Toro slides Major back into the ring. Big lockup, and now it's Major Attraction picking Toro up. And oh, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Bouncing him off that turnbuckle, throwing him center of the ring. First cover of the match. 1. Kick out at 1. Toro is not going to go down like that. Big right hand and oh, sidewalk slam. Major Attraction taking the wind out of Prince Toro with that big slam and a headbutt kick across the chest, and again the weight. Major Attraction into that back, targeting the back and the neck. A lot of his offense goes that way. It helps with that big major power bomb finish he likes to use. And big time scoop slam from Major Attraction to Prince Toro. And look at that, a running clothesline just absolutely took the head off of Prince Toro. 2, 3, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still the champion, the world's heavyweight champion of CWS. This is Major Attraction. For all Prince Toro's ability and for winning the contenders match, his great display in that tag team match, he was just no match for Major Attraction on the night. That, albeit brief, another match, another win in the column for the champion, Major Attraction. Still your winner and still the longest reigning, defending, undisputed champion here at CWS. This is Major Attraction. Thank you. Good night. Thanks for joining us. Follow, like, subscribe. Please, most importantly, enjoy CWS.